Anytime you want to make something out of clay, the first thing you want to do is wedge your clay. Wedging your clay is going to align the particles of the clay and then also remove air bubbles. When the clay particles are aligned, it helps to prevent cracking. When the air bubbles are removed, it helps prevent things in a kiln like explosions. If you have a little air bubble in your piece and it goes into the kiln, the air tries to escape, or the moisture from the air tries to escape, and it will break your piece. So in order to wedge, you're going to use this part of your hand right here and here. Okay? You're going to put your hands on top of your clay. You're going to press down and forward and then tilt the clay towards you. So it looks like this. Turn it towards so you can see from this angle. My fingers are wrapped around my clay, but they're not pinching. They're just resting. You can see that it starts to make a little spiral. You can turn it and continue. And if you're doing it quickly, it looks like this. And you can see the spiral that it makes. There's another way to wedge that's called the ram's horn. And it's similar, only you're going at an angle. So it looks like this. The ram's horn makes what looks like a ram's horn. There's a spiral there. Okay? Either way, when you're wedging, you want to make sure that you're pressing hard enough to move the clay, but not so hard that you're flattening the piece out. When you're finished wedging, your clay should be ready to go. Usually we'll wedge from 10 to 25 times in order to be ready to start. You can check your clay for air bubbles by cutting it with a string or a clay tool like this, and you can look in between. There are no air bubbles in this one, so it's ready to go. So at this point, what you would do is you would use some pressure, push those back together, give it a few more wedges to compress those two sides together, and you're ready to go.